All right, everybody, listen up, listen up. Okay. Dollar cost averaging Bitcoin. Okay, that's it. That's the strategy. So stupid easy that your dog could do it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Patrick. Been an investor for over a decade, an options trader for 7 years, and a crypto investor for 7 years. I've grown a portfolio to over $250,000, and I run Apex Wealth Collective, a school community for investors where you can follow my portfolio journey and experience it with me firsthand. So, my fellow DGens, today we're going to talk about building wealth smarter, faster, and lazier. Is that a word? Lazier? So, the premise of this video is very simple, okay? Dollar cost averaging Bitcoin. First, going to lay some groundwork. I'm going to go through 7 reasons why I choose Bitcoin for the people who either don't fully understand it or are hesitant in investing in it. And then we're going to dive right into the calculators and show you what is possible with the simple and frankly lazy strategy. We are going to look at what can happen if you dollar cost average $100 a month, $250 a month, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, and for the ballers out there, $2,000 a month. Now, with a strategy like this, there's no need to listen to macro investors, no need to keep up with where we are in the market, no need to watch the television and worry about politics and economics and feeling like you need to know what's happening everywhere all at once. Now, fellas, I understand that you want to find the needle in the haystack that's a $1 billion market cap meme coin that you bought for $100 and you turn into $1 million, but let's be adults here. It's probably not going to be you, okay? And if there's 10,000 people that watch this video, maybe like 5 of you will make any profit on meme coins, okay? Okay, so let's take our money out of the fire pit, that is the extractive PvP meme coin lottery, and start investing it more intelligently, more strategically, and lazier, frankly. So stay until the end of this video to see the results from our calculations and extrapolations. If you don't want to stick around for the 7 reasons why I choose Bitcoin, then head down to the timestamp in the description and fast forward to the DCA strategy timestamp, okay? We'll see you there. Now, Bitcoin is here to stay, whether you like it or not. I don't care what your politics are, okay? I don't care what your belief system is or what your finance professor has told you. The data speaks volumes, and the numbers say it's only getting bigger. You think I'm just shilling my bags here? Well, here's some facts. So number 1, no asset that has reached $1 trillion market cap has ever disappeared in the history of capital markets, period. Okay. Number 2, Bitcoin operates on a decentralized blockchain maintained by thousands of computers, thousands of miners worldwide. As of recently, the Bitcoin network has a computing power, also known as hash rate, so high that it would take global coordination to shut down every computer, every internet connection, and all power to destroy Bitcoin, which is obviously just very impractical and, if not, impossible. Number 3, Bitcoin operates on a fixed supply and scarcity model. There are 21 million Bitcoin. No more will ever be made. Now, one thing people forget to mention when talking about this point is that 5 million Bitcoin have already been lost to human error. So technically, that 21 million Bitcoin is closer to 16 million Bitcoin. And as money gets debased by governments around the world to pay for debt, for services, for war, Bitcoin and other scarce assets only appreciate with currency debasement. Now, number 4, over 50 million wallets hold Bitcoin already. No one can stop you from buying or selling Bitcoin, no matter where you are in the world. Its global and borderless nature makes it appealing as a store of value, and to many, many people, obviously. And number 5, Bitcoin has survived multiple 50, 70, 90% crashes. Financial bubbles, by nature, pop after one exponential move, not several. If Bitcoin was a bubble, or as some crass people like to refer to it as Tulip Mania 2.0, it would have been gone by 2011, not 2025. Number 6, nation states like Bhutan, China, the United Arab Emirates, the United States of America, and hundreds of publicly traded companies already own or are looking to aggressively start accumulating Bitcoin on their balance sheets. The ones who haven't yet are just waiting for the regulatory green light. That's all they're waiting for. And number 7, the last and probably craziest statistic. So if you're gonna take any point away from this video, it should be this one right here. There are 58 million millionaires across the world right now. If not a single person owned any Bitcoin right now, and only 30% of all these millionaires wanted to own just one Bitcoin, which is $120,000 right now for one coin, there wouldn't be enough Bitcoin to go around at current prices. Simple. That should alarm you about how early we are in Bitcoin's adoption cycle. Simply put, Bitcoin's here to stay and prosper, to be fair. I believe it will be an important asset in the future of finance. So you just have to make the decision about whether or not you want to be part of that wealth transfer. It's going to happen with or without you. The universe is literally extending a hand to you and handing you a slam dunk investment opportunity. The choice is yours. Do it or don't. Doesn't matter. The train's leaving the station with or without you. Now, with that out of the way, let's get right into the calculators. Okay, so to create any trajectory for Bitcoin's future performance, and as a result, portfolio performance, we have to understand that the compound annual growth rate, or the CAGR, of Bitcoin diminishes every year as its adoption grows. Now, some mega bulls like Michael Saylor or Adam Beck or Samson Mow have implicated that they see a CAGR of 40-ish% for Bitcoin into the 2030s, after which that diminishes down to approximately 30%. Now, 30% alone is a ridiculous number for a CAGR, but it can happen. So for this experiment, let's bring the numbers down from that best case scenario of 30% and sandbag our performance and say we only grow at a 21% CAGR over the next 20 years. And with each dollar cost average amount that we will test today, let's compare a 21% CAGR portfolio and a 30% CAGR portfolio, just to demonstrate how ridiculous just a 9% difference in CAGR is over 20 years. And you'll see it's pretty wild. Now, we're going to simulate each portfolio starting with $1,000 and then adding the dollar cost average amount each month. And that's going to be over 20 years. So if you're seeing this video at 20 years old, congrats. You can potentially retire with this strategy by age 35, 40, depending on your monthly dollar cost averaging amount. So first up, we have the $100 a month DCA strategy. So we're starting the account with $1,000 and then adding $100 every month. Buy Bitcoin at the beginning of every month for the next 20 years. That's it. At a 21% CAGR, you would have $432,000. At a 30% CAGR, you would have $1.9 million. It's a huge difference. And this is the smallest strategy on the list today. Wait until you see the other ones. If Bitcoin were indeed to grow at a 30% CAGR, this is enough for pretty much anyone at any income level to retire off Bitcoin in 20 years. But not at a 21% CAGR. It's not quite there. So let's keep going. So next, we have the $250 a month DCA strategy. Now we are starting the account again with $1,000 and then adding $250 every month, buying Bitcoin at the beginning of every month for the next 20 years. So at a 21% CAGR, you would have $984,000. At a 30% CAGR, you would have $4.2 million. Now at a 21% CAGR, this is still, I would say, at least in North America, not enough to retire early. But at 30% CAGR, this is easily retirement achieved. So let's keep going. Let's keep looking. Now we have the $500 a month DCA strategy. We're going to start the account with $1,000 and then add $500 every month, buying Bitcoin at the beginning of every month for the next 20 years. At a 21% CAGR, you would have $1.9 million. At a 30% CAGR, you would have just north of $8 million. Now we're getting to some stupid rich numbers here. And as you can see, you can easily retire at both of these compound annual growth rates with this DCA strategy. Next up, we have the $1,000 a month DCA strategy. We're starting the account with $1,000 and then adding $1,000 every month, buying Bitcoin at the beginning of every month for the next 20 years. At a 21% CAGR, you'd have $3.7 million. And at a 30% CAGR, you'd have $15.6 million. Again, you can easily retire with both compound annual growth rates here. And lastly, for the ballers with good jobs and lots of monthly disposable income, this one's for you. We have the $2,000 a month DCA strategy. We're starting the account with $1,000 and then adding $2,000 every month, buying Bitcoin at the beginning of every month for the next 20 years. So at a 21% CAGR, you would have a grand total of $7.4 million. And at a 30% CAGR, you would have $31 million. Absolute insanity compound growth with both these rates. Now you can imagine how much money people are going to make who are able to stuff, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 a month into Bitcoin, millions of dollars every month. I personally believe this is going to be like the new class of billionaires and potentially newfound trillionaires. I wouldn't surprise me. Now, as you can see, you can easily hit retirement in 20 years at the $500 a month DCA strategy or higher, at either 21% or 30% CAGR. If you are investing in any of the lower level DCA strategies, you're gonna have to hope and pray for either a 30% CAGR to get to retirement in 20 years, or you will just have to increase your time horizon for retirement. It's simple. Now, here's a bonus idea for my fellow income investors out there. If you don't want to keep investing all your hard-earned money into a growth asset like Bitcoin, instead invest your monthly dollar cost averaging money into a Bitcoin covered call fund, like my favorite so far, HBIX.to, and use the monthly distributions to buy Bitcoin forever. If you really want to get super degen with it, invest your monthly dollar cost average money into covered call funds for strategy, whether that is MSTY for the Americans or MSTE.to for Canadians. This is the strategy that I'm currently doing. And then you can use these distributions to buy Bitcoin forever, every month. Now, I will preface this one with saying, strategy covered call funds, I personally would say they aren't a covered call fund you would want to hold forever. You kind of have to time the beginning and ends of bull markets, because bear markets will absolutely crush these highly speculative single stock covered call ETFs. You'll probably see price declines of like 60, 70, 80% from peak bull market to bottom of the bear market. So this strategy is only really recommended for conservative investors if you go with HBIX.to. If you look at HBIX.to's track record so far, even though there's barely any history, so take this with a grain of salt, but it pretty much keeps up with spot Bitcoin total returns so far. So there you have it. Dead simple strategy. Buy Bitcoin every month as you would with your favorite index fund. Bitcoin's long-term trend has always been up since inception. Despite, 50, 70, 90% crashes in bear markets, it's gone from pennies in 2009 to $120,000 per coin today. Now, dollar cost averaging lets you ride that wave without needing a crystal ball at any point. Plus, it's perfect for beginners because you don't need a ton of cash to start. Even $50 a week adds up. Now, if you want to learn more about the different types of investing I find passion in talking about, take a look at this other video from yours truly. Check out my channel to take a look at all the other investing content I post about. And with that, I'm Patrick with Apex Wealth Collective, and that's all for me today. Take care. See you guys in the next video. Bye.